If you've ever wished for a full Unix-style terminal on your iPad or iPhone, you might have come across A Shell. But is it truly powerful and worth using, or is it more of a novelty constrained by iOS? Let's dig into the details. So A Shell is a local terminal emulator for iOS and iPad OS. It runs many Unix tools natively, no remote server required. Commands like grep, awk, sed, curl, and scp. It also supports Python, Lua, JavaScript, C and C++, TEX, and more. It's open source, BSD3 clause license, and the repository is on GitHub. In essence, it gives you a sandbox shell environment on your iPhone or iPad with real command line tools. Here are some of the standout features. Native command executables. Many Unix commands are compiled for iOS ARM64 format, so the experience is more than just terminal-like UI. Multiple Windows support on iPad OS and OS 13 and above. You can open multiple shell windows simultaneously, helpful for multitasking. File editing and compilation. You can edit files with vim, compile C and C++, run WebAssembly targets, and it's pretty advanced. Shortcuts integration. Works with Apple shortcuts so you can automate shell commands, transfer files between apps, and more. Free to use. There's a full version and a lighter variant, A Shell Mini, if you don't need full features. However, it's not flawless. Here are some limitations to keep in mind. It's a sandbox environment. Because of iOS restrictions, you don't have full root access or complete system-level shell behavior. For example, you might face limitations in background services, or certain commands might behave differently. Incomplete features in some commands. Some commands may exist but lack full flags or behavior compared to their desktop counterparts. A user wrote some tools have full versions, others are partly implemented copycats. The shell itself isn't even close to compatible with Bash. Potential instability and bugs. Some users report crashes or issues with newer updates. Learning curve and use specific case. If you're just casually using a terminal on iOS, it might be overkill. If you're doing heavy dev work, you'll still bump into iOS limitations compared to macOS or Linux. So who is it for? The app is worth it if you are a developer, sysadmin, or power user who wants to run shell commands, edit code, compile, or process files directly on iPad or iPhone, interested in local development without always remote SSHing, or someone who values an open source project and wants the flexibility of a terminal on mobile. It's less ideal if you just need basic remote SSHing or you are expecting a full Linux environment. For that, you might want something like ISH, which emulates x86, or a remote server. So is A Shell the best open source terminal emulator for iOS? Yes, it's among the best currently available, especially given the sandbox constraints of iOS. It offers real Unix tools, native compile support, and strong integration. If you're willing to accept some trade-offs, it delivers impressive capability. If your needs are modest or you need a full Linux environment, you might prefer simpler SSH clients or remote shell setups. Give it a try, it's free, and you'll quickly see whether it fits your workflow. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.